I'm Dan Cox, UFC 200, International Fight Week, right around the corner. It's coming up. But I have to say, man, I am still feeling the effects, the hangover effect, if you will, from 199. We had some crazy upsets in that card. It was a great event. Um, and I've got to go right to the title fight. I mean, Michael Bisping. Bisping, long-time guy in the UFC, constantly in the top 10, top 5, always pushing, never getting the title shot. He finally gets a title shot. He comes in on just a couple weeks' notice against who? Luke Rockhold, the man that gave him the head kick, choked him out, made him tap, and now he's going up against him. Nobody really gave him a chance at all. And, listen, you've got to give it up for Bisping because this guy exactly said what he was going to do. He took this fight on a super short notice, and what happened? He knocks out Rockhold to take the title. Bisping, of all people, first round knockout. Nobody thought that was going to happen. Nobody gave Bisping a chance, but yet he pulled it off. He is the champ. So now we're looking at Bisping, and he's the underdog as the champ against basically anyone in the top 5. So pretty crazy events there for Bisping. I got to say, it's refreshing. I'm happy for Bisping, right? The count, good luck, man. I'm glad that you did that, buddy. You deserved that opportunity. But I've got to look back to Henderson, Dan Henderson, the H-bomb. He's fighting against total stud, Hector Lombard. I don't know what people really thought. I know that Henderson was looked at as, and I believe this too, his chin maybe has been touched a couple times, not quite as strong as it once was. But you've got to give that to him. We're looking at a man that's pushing 50, okay, well, 48 or so, but still, you've got to give it to him. The one thing I want to say, and I want people to understand this, quit talking about the right hand. Quit talking about the H-bomb. What about that forearm? Henderson will knock you cold, jump up like a WWE superstar, come down with that elbow, and put you asleep again in case you woke up. This guy is a brutal, brutal competitor. You've got to give it hats off to Henderson. People calling for him to retire after this fight. Hey, you can't say something like that to a guy like Dan Henderson. He'll go out when he's ready to go out. And I, for one, man, I love to watch him compete. But now we've got to get right in there with Uriah Faber, Dominic Cruz, their third fight. Now, the first fight, a lot of people didn't see it. Back in the WEC, Faber was the face of MMA. Make no mistake about it. Faber was the face of MMA. And he just choked out Cruz, choked him right out. First round, he's done. Now, second fight was in the UFC. Now, these guys, this was a really close fight. I don't think people remember how close the fight was. Really, it could have went to Faber. They could have decided, hey, Faber did more. He pushed the pace. He went on, but at the end of the day, Cruz won that fight. So then we come to the third fight, the rubber match, if you will. It was not even close. Not even close. Uriah Faber was dropped multiple times by who, again, just like Michael Bisping, people sleep on his power. Same thing with Cruz. Cruz has no power. He's all footwork. Listen, I think Faber would have to admit right now that, yeah, Cruz does have a little bit of power. And listen, Faber has had more title shots than I've got hair. And, well, that's not a good comparison. But I'll say this. I don't think Uriah's getting another title shot anytime soon. I think Dominic proved his point. And I think it's all building up to UFC 200, International Fight Week. We're not going to have Conor McGregor, but we're going to have a hell of a card, hell of an event. International Fight Week, if you've never been there, you got to go. It's really crazy. It's a lot of fun. Listen, I want to give a shout out to some of my friends, my supporters, people that are involved with Pugilist Entertainment, and that's going to be Cape. My guys, Cape, what can I say, brother? You're doing an incredible job. Everybody out there with Team MMA, all the supporters, all the fans. I really, I don't know what to say, but thank you. And we've really got some big things coming. So with that being said, go to modernpugilistentertainment.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, guys. We can't get this out unless you subscribe. We've got to get more people subscribing. So until the next time I see it, now I'm not going to give you a title to this show because it's ongoing, right? It's the first one in a while. So keep your eyes out. Stay tuned to it because we're going to have a good time. We're going to bring fans in. We're going to get everyone involved. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So, hey, for Modern Pugilist, I'm Dan Cox. Thank you.